Mayweather-Pacquiao is heating up, Francis,
Yeah.
and we've been talking a little bit about Mayweather-Pacquiao, the fight of the century. It's coming May 2nd. We really can't wait. But in terms of what's happening right now, besides Mayweather cutting logs, which we still have to figure too much out, Floyd Mayweather Sr., who's the trainer for his son, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Freddie Roach, famed trainer, Hall of Fame trainer for Manny Pacquiao. My bias is there. Has some words back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read through these quotes, and I'm curious your thoughts on them, because these got ugly real quick. And these were, there's building hype, and there's taking shots.
Yeah.
These were taking shots. So this is Floyd Mayweather Sr. speaking to Freddie Roach. He said, quote, "Freddie, you have the problem, not me. Why are you not training all your fighters anymore? Why do other people have to hold the mitts and speak for you? How could you be a trainer when you can't even hold the mitts? Nobody knows what you're saying anyway. You have others talking for you and holding the mitts for you. Many don't know if you're talking about boxing or talking about taking a walk in the store. Freddie don't want Floyd Mayweather Sr. in the corner because he knows I'm the master. He don't want the master in the corner." Freddie Roach has Parkinson's disease. He also was born with like a cyst on his brain, which, of course, through his boxing career caused some issues, obviously, cognitively, moving-wise, and speaking-wise. And if you saw the press conference, you can see he's shaking, he has his tics. But I'm curious what your thoughts on Floyd Mayweather Sr.'s quotes are, and do you think this was a little overstepping, or do you think it's fine, it's the hype?
I think it was very distasteful, to be honest. I think that the guy who is a Hall of Fame trainer, trained amazing fighters in the past, I think that it's a little bit below the belt to hit him basically on his physicality, the fact that he cannot hold the mitts, and to say that that this is wrong now that he's using other people to train him completely takes away from what he can be as a trainer. Just because he physically cannot hold mitts or cannot verbally communicate the way he has been able to in the past does not mean that he does not have the knowledge and the ability to train amazing fighters and to get them prepared for the fight. I look back at many soccer or football, my own personal favourite sport, and there's been countless managers that are late into their 70s or 80s. Bobby Robson, who is an amazing manager for Newcastle, way into his 80s, he had troubles with his health, but he could still pass on knowledge that is unmatched in any other sport. And I think that Freddie Roach, despite his inability to do some of these things, I think it's very below the belt to hit him on those marks.
I agree. I do think it was below the belt. But what I find amazing is that a man who can't articulate as well in Freddie Roach still speaks better than Floyd Mayweather Sr. does with no disability going against him. Because many don't know if you're talking about boxing. Come on. If you're going to criticize a guy for not being able to speak or hold the mitts, at least get your English down straight. And of course, there's also 50 Cent who threw out there that, Floyd Mayweather, if you can read a page of a Harry Potter book during the speculation for was the Ice Bucket Challenge. Of course. And as you mentioned, too, the manager for Newcastle, Phil Jackson, legendary coach of the Bulls, the Lakers. The guy's got more rings than I can even count. I can count past 10, but he's got more than that. He has major back problems, and he has these chairs when he was coaching towards the end of his coaching career. Now he's the GM for the Knicks. He could barely stand up, but like you said, if you can't physically do it, doesn't mean you can't pass on.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Maybe boxing is a little bit different in terms that you need to be more interactive and one-on-one. But I look at my sport in soccer, and none of my coaches, some of them who actually joined in and playing, I didn't think got the same message across is when they took a step back and they maybe just had someone hold the mitts and direct, and then they could see it because they're not having it right in front of them. I don't know boxing in terms of the initial way people are trained in the sport, but I know it enough to say that Freddie Roach will still be influential in this fight, and he'll still use his expertise to the best of his ability. He does not need to articulate what he's saying in order to get his message across to Manny Pacquiao, who he's been with for a while.
Just take a quick look, type into the Google, Freddie Roach, boxers. The list goes on and on and on and on. And that has nothing to do with, obviously, his disability. He's just that good of a trainer. Now, all of this will come down to May 2nd.
Yeah, it's just adding extra juice to the fight.
It does. It really does. It gets us talking about it. We like talking about these things. We love talking about Mayweather and Pacquiao, as we are the boxing enthusiasts here at TYT Sports. But what do you guys think? Do you think this was below the belt? Do you think this was fair game? It could be. We have our opinions. We want to hear yours. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. For Francis and Jason, don't forget to subscribe.